Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Felix here. It is 8:59 at night on a Monday, back from a long break, or July 4th break. And today I want to talk to you about an altercation that I had today and what it told me about how important it is to have your own say, the ability to have your own say. So growing up and just in general for a long time, I always let people kind of just say whatever they wanted to me and then try to brush it off, but like not really speak up for myself and say anything back. And I think I kind of built like a chip on my shoulder, and I always felt like I never wanted to be in a position where I can't have my own say, can't have my own voice. Someone's silencing me. Someone is able to say and do whatever they want, and I can't do anything about it. And today I had an altercation where I was walking my dog, and there's a spot out on the street where he likes to do his business, right? He likes to pee or poop there, but it's kind of like in a flower bed. It's not like walled off or sectioned off or anything. So I think in general, when you're in a city, especially New York City, it's kind of free reign. But I can see why someone would not like that, and someone didn't like it. Someone behind me, as I was walking, muttered something to their friend about, "Oh, I can't believe he's on the flower or something." And as he's walking by, he says to me, "Get your effing dog off of the flowers." And I immediately just yell something back, like, "F you, blah, 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 blah," back and forth, shouting match. He goes a separate way, I go my separate way. Nothing came out of it, but a shouting match. And the thing I learned about this was that it was almost like an innate response. It wasn't like I was calculating, I was thinking about what should I say to this guy that was yelling at me. I think just deep down inside me that I just don't like the concept of someone being able to say something to me and then I'm silenced and I can't say something back to them. And I think for a long time I had that situation where either at work or with any authority figure, right? They will be able to say something to you. You can't say anything back. You can't do anything back. I think that with the way the internet's set up these days with podcasting, you don't need permission anymore. You cannot be silenced anymore. If you take the efforts to go out and spread your message, say what you want, give your perspective, give your opinion, no one can silence you anymore. Like, you have the opportunity, and that's what I realized that about why podcasting is so important to me, is because it gives you your own platform, it gives you your own voice. And when I realized that about podcasting, I found it that so much more empowering, because now I can use the platform. I can use it to not so much get my message out there, but just give me the outlet to express myself. And I think for a lot of people that don't have that opportunity, they don't have the opportunity to share their thoughts, to even if you don't have some kind of compelling message to share with the world, just the ability to express your thoughts, on Instagram, for example, like I am now on Facebook Live, just giving yourself the opportunity to express yourself is so cathartic. That's what I realized about that shouting match that we had, was that I could have just kept my mouth shut and not said anything and walked on, be a bigger person. But I don't like that. To be honest, that's not my personality. I don't like the idea of being silenced, not be able to say what's in my mind, not be able to speak up for myself and stand up for myself. And I think I learned that with podcasting, that you now have so much power. You're not necessarily untouchable. No one's untouchable, but you have an outlet that it's almost like a superpower that no one else has now, because you spent the time to build your podcast. And the kind of big thing I learned about this was the importance of having your own platform, having your own email list, having your own podcast, having your own following, because you always have a way to get your message out. You don't have to worry about being silenced. And that's what I learned today about. I felt very quickly the sense of powerlessness, because someone was screaming something at me, but then I realized I'm empowered to speak up for myself. And I learned that that you should feel entitled to speak up for yourself. You should never feel like you need permission. You should never feel like you should shut your mouth and not say anything. If you feel compelled to do it, I mean, don't do it if you don't feel compelled, but if you feel compelled to do it, you should act on that, and don't ever feel like someone can silence you, whether it be someone speaking bad about you, or if you have a message that you can put out there, or you have an injustice that you want to fight. By having your own voice, you should use it. And then there's no better way to amplify your own voice than have a podcast. You own it. You have an audience. They'll follow. If your podcast gets deleted, you have a brand. You have a following. You go somewhere else. You go stay on the street, and if you have a big enough brand, people will listen to you, right? So there's no end to this. Once you build a brand, once you learn how to build an audience, how to turn your audience into fans, into raving fans, there is no stopping you, right? You don't need a podcast necessarily. You could just broadcast from any medium, from Instagram, from Facebook, from an email list, and have the opportunity to speak your mind. So I think that's super important that people keep that in mind about the power of podcasting, is just to give yourself a megaphone, that never goes away, whether it be with podcasting or any other medium you choose. I learned that. And if you're thinking about, if you see the power in podcasting like I do, and you see the potential in it, and you want to learn how to get started with your podcast, make sure you grab the free book over at podcasting secrets.co. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.